Jumedi Ghana ABC Lab. Yedi ofedi kana kogu wash zone no. Yabo so kakra de amount. Na afi yan come on to segment no so sa afin na menim penifo whether old or young, it's not sending a dwendwen ya ho ni adwendwen o man Ghana ho enema ne nsem a ehia se Ghana fo tie na Ghana fo fo mo futu na Ghana fo nso etu ho na mo no eno ho nkomo ana ye twetwe ewo the second part of the show lifestyle GH and yeah we are talking about youth in politics yeah ka emabunu a omode om ho awura amanyosem mu anasa amanyomu ewa amanyosem wo ho ene amanyo ewo man Ghana ha nim se ye me de kakra minim no kane no na ye hwa na campaign-fo bu ho ma okọ retirement ana bia akọ adwuma wie na okọ retirement no that time na person owura politics mu na you know so those times you find very aged people who were leading us and they cried that so ho ye man pani and they what you cry edioso ni akire so ho Africa no sa na tie bon so bi your baburu na say okuta high position bi a eno so ho nsem no ne ade intina no ye be se ye hwe na ye hunu nienti potinti ana se de na koba ama enei no emabu no se da bi ye nhwe ma sabio ye papa no ma nyi mani afi no nko a embefa ye amanyo dibre no emfa ambo wonbo nemu no ye mofra na ye ba no so ye nso ye ho kwan se ye nso yetumi etu anamo na mehihwe mu ano na e wo se ye pe opanyina ana se ye pe miti penso ana se obi a ono nso ye obabunu na ono nso timi ba no be kyeren die ntia ohunu se enei no emabunu ewura amanyomu na fortunately and unfortunately no it's fortunately it's not unfortunately it's fortunately wasanso ahwe akonanim wasanso ahwe akonanim agina ama amanyuko NDC ewo ayabaso central peswa so o srenyame Allah sanka omwano na ontimi entu kind of saying what's been the NDC form war ayabaso central ni na on form nkopiem ewo mrahye bedwom in year 2024 na from 1996 sap particular constituency NDC to be father in fact from 1992 party bia party bi of NCP yeah but osho oni akwa we this watch Shekai Secure from 1992 to 2004 so and ura Henry Cote scenario yes and okoye but I don't cry and said I am problem case and I can't remember we boys ayonko for any inkita hudi mensaka ora Abdul Razak ora yi last week oni akwa me ne twetwe nkomo no na osanso ye obi a menim no amene na tena fie pen watamale ene oni akwa me saka no amene no sanso twetwe nkomo no osanso ye me senior back in the days I was Tamale Secondary School Tamasco edi na ho e de friend pa DJ Dompe and me di na Fiifi Adarkwah mu di aba and I mean Abraham who say ye nua be me ayiniti say da bi opese odi ayawaso central fo animu ejinama NDC manyekuo de omko parliament na so da bi oyo babunu na ene me ka emabunu a ompo so omko parliament na so ompo so omdo omho je amanyosem de is the right person to talk to Abdul Razak Yakubu beba mo adwo akwa aba
Tale I say
me adom longest time from 2001 come from 2001
yes
yen share biem
so up to end there
that's like over 22 years
yes
and I want to sign so that who's who answer that who me but what wants to sign what has kept you well before we go into our discussion
I think that first of all is God nyame na they toss me in so no me very active so when you say from cadet course to na I'm a very active person. Me sports. I do a lot of gym work, exercise, walking, especially walking. Taking care of myself, and then your friend is saying, "Yeah, me avoiding your PE or life."
Okay.
So like no.
Okay.
I been doing too much. Me man yankupama to me. I was no why they all my to me no. Ugu so cause I don't bumpire now. Sometimes you're doing too much. Never be hard. It's not in our means to kind of change. Near man yankupama to me so best no The I can know German yankupon now bumpire now so sa abrabona.
line. As I say, you're still the same.
Yes.
I'm kind of crying. All right, so it's 30 minutes after 5. Yeah, Mr. After 4, your Facebook Live. Mr. I was a central for you now. Be Amran, especially the NDC. And then Mabunu, more, I was so central. No, opinion. Person would do my name now, or them come rush bedroom. Na sema shebe dwa fie okakasama mo no ora Abdul Razak Yakubu me no edwetwe nkomo wa fidie so enne memendai entine bra Facebook Onua 95.1 FM Onua 95.1 FM na bra na fa comments ebeto ho na afi so behwe bi na sua na fa mu aba isa me fro Razak me going Razak ani fro
Abdul Razak
aha
Oka Razak na esa o de me compare Nyankopon.
Okay.
Razak means God the provider.
Okay.
The Abdul no kan ho na eche Nyankopon na kwa Okra Nyankopon din.
Okay.
Like Abdul bia 99 names of God no. God the provider, God the that,
okay.
God
so they were God the Son, God the okay.
It's advisable so the Abdul me from main name now the Abdul Naka. Want to be a friend Abdul Razak. Okay, that's it for this education. Eti me pese me busa question with me can ato ma okran fa na yakọ yankom otwetwe ni mo adentina enei emabunu ayese won pese wode wo ho ewura politics mo oyo babunu so ohwe yina nya nde na start here
okay.
Naturally no politics ankasa no ohwe ye na nanom ankruma mo time ni na at what age no mun na started active politics at a young age.
Okay.
Sana morality, that's how it's supposed to be. Now, Usha Mambuna, ye crew no, Ghana no, Nedachi. We are the future of our country.
Okay.
Now, so no, Mambunu no, critical say, Mambunu be participate fully in politics mo.
Okay.
Because number one, no, Mambunu have more they almost done more chances in terms of becoming change agents.
Okay.
Say bibi best san usually Mambunu ho. Say we know your taste as a san you pay new things and then you pay iPhone chinichi you pay say after you see internet and new mobile or at the phone will be bring to me you know so emreno so aso you do pempen so a bibi gina Mambunu so my be ya largely the youth. Uhwe Mabunu na in every country no the youth no omunom the engine of the society.
Okay.
You know so uhwe your friends and soldier for you be recruit young people cut off age police cut off age yemfa old people to serve the country per se.
Okay.
To be bien na catch us age uhwe your friends say Minister of Foreign Affairs catch us say your cut off point is 30 years. Why? Omu penkrofo a vibrant aside being vibrant and so omu here they can adjust. They have enough room to adjust.
Okay.
You know, and to be able to work in a long time. They do so be a bit me asane the amount for forever. So a cycle.
Okay.
Some will come, some will go. Just like saying the NIOSS and then we are minoti. Say why didn't we wait say BD AGB answer so into Mabunu there. Every country without the youth is nearing to its collapse.
What this your dear mu any because when you say before now is it policy advisor?
Yeah, political advisor.
British High Commission.
Yes, for the past 7 years.
Okay, you remember honum. Now, what is your dear mu as a political advisor?
Yeah.
I say unyo bia we emre e wa manyo semu.
They be that.
I say won kaka about your advice.
Yes.
Who tufo, what chre.
Yes.
And you know, and they so be who naka say, hey, na small boy, excuse my language, and I'll per se will call because in penifo to me this out to him say, small boy na per se will call parliament. What is that in seminar? And I say, what me just what to be paying?
Yes.
I didn't yo.
I na hammy because the entire hammy no say ibu me say no will catch me saying to me boom abem because me no I'm prim and proper. My comum I've been through the hustle and me dadabi because will be dadabi Barras boy to all my cadet life to everything. I've been through the hard times, hardships, and I've worked hard my way up.
Okay.
Into most importantly, so be kasa. Usually, at what age do they want you to contribute to Ghana's development?
Okay.
Now share the likes of names of our future past leaders almost came big cities in our age almost started political journey at 50, 100, 60 and they all started in their early 30s, late 30s, early 20s. Now globally now there is a global revolution of youth.
Yeah.
Now me patch say we are some am saying now no. Europe, almost presidents cry. Young people,
I mean, look at France.
Look at France, Norway.
Like
so clearly there is a global trend.
Okay.
And so be back as sometimes you prove them wrong because say me imagine hey UK government ankasa. UK government bibia Ghana baby ana UK.
Yeah.
Now say UK government ankasa me meet my any of my ejuma. Omutie me. He should tell you, say, Charlie, there is something up in the head, and then there is value.
Okay.
It's not just about age. Now, penny crown, penny about France and our Danny penny. So clearly, we need to stand out and debate.
Okay.
A lot of the top journalists are young, and they started at very young ages. So
I started my
why should
17?
Absolutely. So why should politics, I didn't know politics based on uncle.
And until yeah have that discussion because a bit what not say as say Ghana had him said and what
yes.
Now the only way a amount for a bit me at 2 on one after I do on free and it's what do who be politics. Me to nipa unfortunately I can't play the voices, but me to be man do not say. Oh, and maybe no politics because Sikawum, Omoko Menya Skedi, and Runtina Omoko because I want to know or Remua, Edaya, Kakrabeba, or the man a bush for and the boys bus within a Chinomia de Omenya Biadi, Union Niseka, and what politics Munti and a Mabunu Edo Huko Remuana.
I don't think so. Nejuma Uye Biano. Once you work hard, Uye Juma Dea, Benyakatia. To say the Otihoa, Yakupaya, Duma, WOHO, we radio presenter. Uye Nia. You stand out among other journalists. Now, we won't say among for about programs, more great people. Now, and also attracted a lot of merits for you. Regardless of where you find yourself. For me, for example, political journey, mobility is good. So you need to move from one place to another. You need to move.
Yeah. Some
people will stay there because they are comfortable, and some believe in security. Or person they may are comfortable. Me say, but clearly, me motivation is I think there is this big term. I almost say, good name is better than riches.
Yeah.
And I hold it dear. Because what I have observed globally, my share books be brave, my kind books, my kind about great leaders are on my baby Asmuni now Marco. Now the legacy of Nkrumah was never considered a rich man, billionaire. They are great people. Former President Jerry Rawlings, they were not billionaires. World global leaders on former Nelson Mandela, Munina. So the whole philosophy is about good name for me.
Okay.
And now Osha. What I want to always say, when you are no longer in this world, how do you want people to remember you? Yeah? How do you want people to remember you? Because when you are no longer there, your money ceases, you are no more there.
That's right.
But country, as a now the laws and maraba now breaking people from challenges beyond difficulty. We have all the contributions now that generations unborn will come and be reading about you. Okay. I believe in those kind of philosophies. So I'm moved by that, but not by money.
Okay.
But critically,
of course.
But it shouldn't be the motivation. If your motivation is your motivation are the core politics, is because of money, then it's better to go into business.
Okay.
The rich people are not in politics.
Oh, okay.
The rich people are not in politics. I think overrating now Ghana how many of them are politicians?
Okay.
Just a handful.
Okay. That's understandable. Me sounds so CCBM. Actually say not we hear British High Commission.
Yes.
No mean position say political analyst and advisor.
Yeah.
To a government like the British High Commission.
Yes.
Yes. What school now or cadet mu.
Yes.
You're very vibrant. Me let me through pan because of the way when you see a ding no near there. And can they chief defense staff and I say army mu
sir.
And I was so boy shape and then and saying to me and just empire say I could see a shy man so that for alcohol and then be brave some time to come. But I didn't think I want transfer because from your infancy now when I'm cadets soldier life.
Yes.
We were cry free soldier life cry but political something.
Yes.
You could have become a lecturer. So why I didn't think politics. It's I didn't think politics. And the politics in Kwana bet me the boy or mine. Inside the India.
Yeah, a hona me your friend is saying me door. I think say Ubiako sisters Ubiako radio home juman. Me background after SS no. I me call eventually no. Me your friend saying me other professions. Okay. But eventually no, I realized say I was not. I found my area. You see, sometimes you need to identify your true potential.
Okay.
Now, me assessment, I went to do a master's in conflict governance and international development. It was UK, University of East Anglia. It's one of the first development schools in the UK.
East Anglia,
based on that, me konya on political issues, how to manage political institutions, how to deal with people. Rural politics and policies, how nations relate to each other, international relations, and all those kind of things. It was one of the motivations because they said there was this philosophy say if you identify who you are, among for people we as young people like us, you and I, Bebre would even grow and finish without identifying their potential. They don't know who they are. So first of all, you must be able to identify who you are. And so to me, who did God create you to do? What is your purpose in life?
Okay.
Why were you born? The earlier you discover who you are, now wait me I started how do I get there? And now I know say naturally I'm supposed to be a comedian. He identifies it early no was started say make theater school. No the name there aka ho. No bata the omuye comedian he's a champion comedian in the world. Miss who say this is where my friend is saying my future is in politics.
Okay.
I realized that before you work in Ghana, at least you have some international exposure. So international understanding of how we do politics. And the value of politics, good governance and accountability. And there's nowhere other than going to learn it from the UK.
Okay.
Because clearly, UK has been delivering a lot of good governance policies for Ghana for a long time. They've supported Ghana throughout, in parliament, in various sectors, even within the security sector, trainings, all the time. All of them, I have gone to where I think I have the best knowledge is in terms of modern types of democracy. Now, Makosia. And then I've also now come to work, experienced it. I feel like there's no other time to give to Ghana than now.
Okay. Yebeko Ayawata Central. Yes. My focus area wouldn't be on education. Not that it's not important.
Yes.
Because this show, we are hammering more on water sanitation and hygiene.
Yes.
We'll look at that area as well. Because I'm sure, say, unim sa mpeswa so. And unti and our person would jina ho edema mpeswa so for no. But I'm saying about a hormone. What's not say? Now, we share say Ghana, our political structure and system, no, saying it here. From where you sat and then imagined or envisioned that, no. What do you think, say? There is need for more young, vibrant people who have the political knowledge to come in and then salvage it.
So I think, say, number one, is human resourcing. So, the quality of our human resource in our politics now. Usually, before, not politics. At some point, it became a little bit less attractive to people like academics. Even today, academics be they don't agree with me to have, deviated from working in a diplomatic setting.
Yes, because I also knew
saying I'm going to serve Ghana and they don't rate politics the way it is. Just to say they now, sama eku. A friend is saying farmers.
Okay.
Ekuejuma ain't attractive to the young people. But Ekuejuma literally is supposed to be attractive to young people.
Okay.
But because of the dynamics, I want to become a farmer. No, be a What do you want to become in future? I want to become a farmer. No, but at some point, because of a politician, then the dynamics started changing. But clearly, Ghana's politics hasn't been so attractive for persons that are considered, academics, people that, come with solution orientations, people that can actually change Ghana, literally are not being attracted to the system. Because, for example, if there are issues of, the heavy lies and, the criticism, but that's the nature of the job.
Propaganda.
So the propaganda, the untruth, the all sorts of things that comes with the job, the hazards of the job, and yet, attractive to people who consider themselves wako school, wako nyem wa born who juma, but eventually those things are changing. And your friend is saying change, change a bar. Usually it starts from one individual. People have started it. I've seen the likes of Honorable Kujatoa Adarkwah who have gone there. They've made a difference. I've seen the likes of my good friend, Honorable Francis Xavier Sosu. He's making tremendous impact in Medina. He's bringing change. He's innovative. He's creative. We've seen the likes of Honorable Haruna Idrisu. At what time did they join Ghana's parliament? Look at how the vibrancy, the level of contribution they've contributed since they joined parliament to today. Look at the likes of Honorable Sam George. Great people are doing it.
Alhassan Suhini.
And so, yes, Alhassan Suhini. So and then recently I think there was another young lady who I think the youngest member of parliament. In the UK and other places, you find young people. It is our time. Young people must participate. Political participation is another sector where young people can go and develop themselves further.
Great.
So you can see before they join and today, how they are. So, it's say be brave ababa.
Maba. We tie na sebio yadwemu edokakra no.
Yes.
Yenim say enye sika enti na mabu no pese wormo politics mo. Nemo no they want to be agents of change.
Agents of change.
And na me ka this honorable Teddy Adi. Ayensono MP. Young guy, vibrant guy. This guy is everywhere. And I'm hoping to get him on the show one of these days. Humility at its best. Yen free, yen papa no na omanyi over 50s and 60s na anka omwadwene dono. We don't get this from them. But the young people, are giving us that. And therefore, na me solicit for wadwene. And let us know. We are live on Facebook, Onua 95.1 FM, Onua 95.1 FM. For comments, bro, na mo den asa obehye. I also central phone na I want to see you on Facebook. Na mombra make a MP incoming MP and I said
it's hard because at the end of the day, my target is not just to become a parliamentary candidate. I want to win the seat for the people.
Okay, that's fine. Now let's go to Ayawaso Central. How well do you know that constituency? And can you mention three things? Nema miensa who did say a touchma e was sa constituency ni mu a. And they say Nyankopon ye wadom now it me winning primaries no ebe ye the parliamentary candidate e de ma NDC amanyuko no a. Ubetimi age ye seat na free Henry Court.
Right. So well, I've been in the constituency. I was Central Mayor since 2006.
Okay.
So after school, I moved back from Medina straight to IRC Central, and I've been there since 2006. I exercise. I do my gym work with the youth there. The community is me. I am with the people on the ground. I've grown up in that constituency.
Okay.
We say, when you're British High Commission, why do you still live in that area? I said, well, this is the community I belong. I've been here with the people. Some person call me copy baby to say East Legon, be in Yamanema, and I say far away, the mountains, no baby. No, I prefer to live in a community where I feel I can add value. I can be a change agent. I can also impact positively in the lives of others, So you need to be able to give back. There is no merit in the education, So what when you now you cannot use it to benefit yourself, your family, and your community at large. Now then there is no point in learning in the first place.
Okay.
You are a failure in that start. So you must be able to give it back, in a different fold. I asked Central. Yes, like I said, question will be WOHO. You've hit a lot of things. So I think clearly, WOHO. The reason why I just say mobile program, things around water issues and things like that. Water sanitation. That is one of the number one issues facing our people. Ensure at all recently. Every day, I say a ritual. annual ritual in our house.
DJ John Richie, wait to me the video that I'm sending all the actors.
Yes,
more
videos of Alajua in Siotoa. I think the last window level, it means it has been seen. To say tradition. The people should not complain.
Okay.
Ukobebi Gata be Alaju, one of the areas, Gata Alaju North side Gata stretch be from Big Farm Ebony side, which was up to cycle. There's a stretch. To go continuously.
Yeah.
But that stretch is broken. For the past 27 years under your friend is saying MPP, MP, we haven't seen any conscious effort or deliberate effort to deal with the problem. Just yesterday, I was at even this morning, me call community or me kid fit club or how many we training and me call join and it's important. For them, these are real issues affecting the people.
Okay.
Sanitation, healthcare. Even so, the problem is which system
is interlaced.
The best way we can survive is by preventative living.
Okay.
So how do we prevent ourselves from falling sick? But when things are beyond your control, there are certain things within the community. Cleaning, proper. But at the end of the day, something that requires state-led support.
Yeah.
Something that requires proper representation, that somebody must take responsibility to do something about. Sanitation issues are major concerns. Single-use plastics all over the place. So they are a challenge. People are falling sick. It is growing. The rate at which typhoid fever is happening in those communities.
Would you be okay to share? You have identified these as problems, which have been lingering for over 27 years. Now you are a young man, vibrant, vociferous. You want to effect a change.
Yes.
What are you bringing there?
I think,
especially in this area.
I think first of all, you must be involved in proper education. So we must educate our people, especially around the issues of sanitation. For example, the Rambo style politics doesn't work. And we have seen it everywhere. Former mayors who have come and gone have adopted Rambo style where they quickly send security officers, they break down things,
and they leave them there.
Yeah, but we are now in the 21st century. We need to educate people about the challenges and the hazards. They even see what is wrong with what they are doing.
But don't you think the education has been so much?
Well, education is not a classroom one. No. It's not just classroom. It's about going down there. Why do the people elect representatives? A member of parliament is the representative of the people.
Yes.
And so when you go there and you make laws, it's also your responsibility. Not to supervise. It's your responsibility to come and about the laws around them, so that they are aware.
Okay.
Before you falter them, it's very challenging. Finding it difficult. I'll apprehend a constituent because of not educating them about certain laws of our country. How many people are aware of the laws of our land? So sometimes ignorance, we know it's not an excuse, but clearly our people are largely sometimes are not aware of the laws that are made in parliament. It's a MP, national town hall meetings. There are other things that are being done in East Africa. The narrative now, East Africa has embraced very youthful leaders.
Of course,
and there's change. Rwanda is from all the first about Rwanda no be because of the negative image and all that kind of thing and autocratic leadership and all that. But today
Rwanda is everywhere.
Today see it because there is visionary. Young people are engaging, people are leading, people are doing things and are willing to see the change. We don't want to all start saying that the only way, solution for our communities is to travel abroad. If all the young people decide to move out of our country, who will develop our country, our communities? It's you and I, our responsibility. Say the Obo Jumana you are sat here and you are educating our people. What do you think members of parliament from those respective communities? I, for example, knowing that this program that you are doing, I'll come and make sure I find a way for you to create a platform to educate my constituent. So maybe you should start thinking about reaching out to some members of parliament who cannot do the education themselves.
No, they'll come when it is a month or two. So they'll come and try to. But we don't do
those
that.
are the names. And so there's also high youth unemployment. And job losses. People are out of school, they can't find jobs. So literally what I have started doing is I think that will be a bit more white-collar job. So the other alternative is urban agriculture. And we are in the city centers.
Urban agriculture. It sounds interesting.
Yes, urban agriculture and things that are working in other countries. Because in the bigger cities, people think in the cities you cannot farm.
But that would be great because I mean I've seen people mold farms.
Yes.
You know, like mold farms.
Yes.
You know, mini farms, even in their houses at their backyard.
Proper backyard
you know,
farming, serious ones. Rabbitry is one. Fish farming is another. I've seen what's her name? This MP that I admire so much, Honorable Teresa Awuni. You know, Honorable Teresa Awuni, Okankwe North, who has shown the way. Honorable Teresa Awuni from Okankwe North. Watch Requino to some of the people in the constituencies I often to in the NDC for a while and say that it is possible if they work together to secure the seats. She's done it, but let you know she's also been involved in this kind of fish farming. Sometimes she show it on her Facebook to motivate younger people in the community. Say there are other sources of making money. You know, so snail farming, one. You don't need 2 acres, 3 acres to do all these things. I be bro sika
okay,
mushroom.
Yeah,
we can do mushroom farming. You know, in the city.
That is urban agriculture.
Urban agriculture initiatives.
Okay.
Small scale poultry farms in the community. Things that you can do and sell. You know, you will not be involved in things that would naturally need huge land space to do. Those are some of the interventions. Other skills that we can also provide is, you know, this you can starting women know more skills. Tailors in your money in Kitaho, your constituency or a lot of the young ladies are central. You be training in how to do sewing, skill work. I think empowerment is the way forward. It's not all the time. Interesting, create opportunity and empower the young people so they will become independent.
Okay. Abdul Razak, what can I say? But
yeah.
You better
all right.
You better you there 1 minute spend. Talk to the people of Ayawaso Central.
Me use this last opportunity to speak to especially the delegates. I'm on to amba constituency primaries. Say they should believe in a fresh leader, somebody who is visionary, young, creative, innovative, and one that can listen and knows the constituency very well. And that person is me. I come with so much skill, international exposure, networking, and media bra constituency. There is no need to worry too much. Say our problems can be solved. We have to be willing and ready to do things differently. Now, I end by thanking my constituency executives for their continuous hard work and their willingness to see and do things differently. Time now soon. Now, the one in Kabum. Now, number 2, what I want to promise them, and say, apart from in Kabum things, we move. I started to me talk with the Kawala the first. The unifier. No, we move so from Kwame Nkrumah. You know, the Kwame Nkrumah. You know, so I think that there are things that we can do.
Okay.
And I think, number 1, rewards is important. People have served the party for far too long without rewards.
Okay.
I will bring rewards. People have also no welfare. I'm bringing in welfare, and I'm coming to change Ayawaso Central. We will take the seat from the MPP.
Abdul Razak Yakubu, I'm senior school. Robert, I would see. Maya Sebia or Facebook. I say Divine Sunday. So it's a good evening, Abrantie. I'm watching you live from Joel. May I say, Grace I've talk about a good evening, Abrantie. Logosu our Fabigas, a youth in politics. Divine Sunday. BM say, indeed, we've chosen these old men to serve and provide for us, but we Ghanaians are now regretted for these old men. They don't listen to us. They do care for their families and rather, so the young ones will now stand. Kobe Dembele is a good job, bro. Abrantie Techi Mens is a good job. Give Tilari say we are here some. Okay, you better say. Ebra so say me sorry so na me makwa ma ye de kase de bremo no nsiabo. You better say. Nyame adom be san so ehim Abdul Razak. You better so about so biem. You will come here more than 2 times before the time.
Me da say.
From Abrantie Fiifi Adarkwah. Ye de kase bremo DJ Don Richie ne bo am ye. Makramo.